What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Redcat Live, episode 162, I believe. Is that what number we're on? It's kind of wild. Let's see it. Oh, no. 163. Wow. Oh, man. Jeez. We've been doing this for 163 episodes, not including lives that we do at shows and, the in-betweens. There's a slight kind of like a series of chapters that never made it on, or they were on, but they got kicked off for copyright reasons and or copyright infringement for music, because sometimes we go live, had events, and the music kind of gets us in trouble like it did this weekend. But it's kind of par for the course, right? Listen, guys, before we get into today's episode today, I definitely want to kind of preface this by letting you guys know I'm a little bummed out because there's been some folks that were anxiously awaiting the 62 body to arrive as well with the Riviera body. Unfortunately, the 62 bodies, the one-piece bodies, it was just a replenishment of bodies. But ironically enough, we had almost 1,000 people that had clicked the notify me link for that, which is why we made another order for them, right? Because we're like, well, we weren't going to make any more because they really weren't that popular, but there were enough people that wanted it that we thought maybe it'd be a good idea just to order them in line with Riviera body. Unfortunately, there was some damage done to the aluminum mold for the 62 body itself, so it did not arrive. And at this time, we're not even sure if and when we will ever see that 62 one-piece body again. I think it's safe to say that we rather focus our energy, like we had mentioned previously, on more higher detail bodies like we've shown you guys with the 63 and like we've shown you guys previously with the 64 and the 59 and the Monty, right? So the body that I'm going to show you guys here in a little bit was intended to be one of those simplified one-piece bodies with the 62 ages ago. The reason why we decided to make these one-piece, really simplistic bodies was because it was during a time when only the 64 existed, and a lot of people really wanted something different. So instead of waiting for more people like awesome folks that already make like the luxury sport Mosk Customs, right? The caddies that he does, the Kyosho bodies that people use on our products as well. Before those were even available, all we had was just the 64, and we wanted just to quickly push out some bodies to kind of help the community have something that just wasn't the exact same car that everyone else had, which is why the 62 one-piece body was born. It ran its course. People were pretty obvious with their communication and expressing their frustration with wanting more from Redcat, which is why we decided to no longer do those kinds of bodies. But we had been working quite long time on this one specific body that has now officially arrived. So I say this is the last of this kind of body where it's kind of more of a simplistic body. It's not a one-piece body. It is a three-piece body. It's the 1971 Buick Riviera body that has arrived. It's now in stock. The link is in the description of this video for you guys to go and check it out and purchase them as needed. It's a three-piece body, a little bit more than the one-piece body was originally. And this is, in essence, the last of this kind of design where we don't go crazy like we have with the 64, the 59, and like we've shown you guys the workings of the 63 that we're working on. So the plan is in future bodies, whatever bodies we do, whether we choose to do a Prius or 96 SS Impala or a jet plane, that it's going to be in higher detail like what you've expected from us in the 59 and the 64. So this one still is going to be a little bit more of a simplistic feel with a three-piece body. But we promised you guys this body a long time ago. And of course, it is finally here and it has arrived. So let's kind of show you guys what you guys are going to get inside of the package itself and what you guys are getting for $55 on this body. The body itself will come already pre-cut in the bag. And do I have scissors? I don't. So let's open this bad boy up and let's show you guys what you actually get in this body itself. No, I'm not going to salvage the bag, unfortunately. But you're going to be getting a three-piece 1971 Bowtail Riviera body. This section right here will already come pre-cut for you, as well as the iconic Bowtail for the rear as well. And again, this in essence is just to suffice some more bodies in the market. We already know there's a body out there. Kyosho makes an amazing looking one with really high detail. And this one was already in the works. So we just kind of figured let's we told you guys about this a while ago. Let's finish it up. Let's bring it to market, bring it out to you guys. And there's going to be some guys that are going to love it. Some guys are going to hate it. It's okay. It may not be for everyone, and we understand that because the 62 wasn't for everyone either. So we know that. That's why, like I mentioned already, we are going to be working and have been working on more higher detail bodies like the 63 that are going to come with injection molded plastic like you've seen with the 64 and the 59 in the past. And that's the goal moving forward, right? You're going to be getting a supplemental baggie. And in this baggie, you're going to have the front nose clip, which will obviously get double sticky taped there. You're also going to get the rear lower bumper, bumper piece, I guess, which is going to then bolt up or double sticky tape down there in the bottom as well. And I'm seeing everything reversed, so everything's always backwards. There we go. Gives you an idea of what that's going to look like as well. And we also are going to include headlight buckets out of Lexan that you guys can stick on and open up to whatever size you guys want to use, whether you guys want to use 3mm or 5mm. You guys can make the indented holes depending on what you want to use for those. So you have the light buckets for the front, and then you can have some insert light buckets for the rear as well for your potential use in the future. On top of that, you are going to also get a mask that'll come as installed on this so that when you go ahead and paint the body, you guys can mask it off, as well as the chrome trim stickers that are going to go obviously around certain specified areas, the window trim and thereof. I believe there's also, what is this? I see another, some stickers as well. So you got the grill sticker, tail lights, marker lights, Riviera. So the Riviera body is officially arrived. It's on our website for you guys. If you guys want to purchase it, it is available now to purchase. We can ship it out immediately. Again, we know there's a lot of amazing options already out there. Again, we've been working on this for quite some time, and we just really wanted to finalize it and bring it to market. And in the meantime, we've been working on bodies like the 63 and some other bodies that we can't mention on the show just yet. But hopefully in some time here soon, you'll be able to see what else we've been working on and have up our sleeve, so to speak. Let's say what's up to some of the guys that are already in the chat. Make sure we're not missing anyone here. I do appreciate everyone that is swinging by and hanging out with us. So thank you guys so much for that. Truck RCCC was first. Cool Bats, thank you so much. Neff Dog's here as well. Vince Vargas is in the house. Thank you, Vince. Appreciate you so much. Cool Cats, Vasquez, what's going on, brother? How are you? We got DNA Records here, man. Always good having you here as well, bro. Thank you so much for that. Shay Kick, what's going on with you, man? Thank you so much always for the kind words and keeping the positive vibe going. It's always a pleasure when there's always, just that positive energy. That's what we feed off of in here, right, guys? That's what makes the rotation, the world spin, right? Positive energy. Smokies RC, what's going on with you, man? Cool Cats Vasquez, long time no see. I see you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. My little guy custom turntables, man. He was in the last live that we just recently did for the behind the scenes bed dancer. So it's always good hanging out with him here as well. Always has a good positive vibe and atmosphere. I love it. Nelson B, what's going on? And of course, we got Mr. Pierre Stern out of Germany representing, man. I appreciate you so much. We got Blue Cuban 71 here as well from Globe, Arizona. Charlie Lloyd, what's up with you, man? How are you, bro? Ken Westbrook, what's going on, Ken? Appreciate you, man. Cleats RC's here as well. Shay Kick, that's a great question. Will we make a 62 RTR? So something in high detail like the 64 and the 63 that we're working on the 59. I would love for us to do that. I've not been told anything, but I really hope that they do decide on doing something like that. I think that would be really cool to do that original 62 body justice and kind of maybe, kind of go year after year. In a perfect world, like I told the owner, I was like, I didn't think about this. I'm sure no one thought of this. Wouldn't it have been cool to like every year drop the next 60 something, like if we dropped the 64, maybe he started at 59 like we did with the 59, and then like, the next year we would drop the 60, then the 61, then the 62, then 63, That would be cool, right? Never thought of that. Like every year, maybe dropping a new year. That would be so iconic and so cool to do. And it would kind of keep things going. As you guys know, when we work on a high detail body like the 63, the 64, the Monte Carlo, and the 59, making these bodies roughly takes us about a year and a half to 2 years. Obviously, we see the pain that we had to deal with this factory on creating these specific bodies. And these weren't even as high detail as those, but there was a lot of issues and hiccups that we found with the way they were made, which made us go back to the drawing board so many different times. And then when you guys said you guys didn't want the one-piece bodies, we had to go back and come up with a solution, which allowed us to make it a three-piece body instead of a one-piece to kind of help a little bit, kind of soften that blow for those people that really don't like that feel of it. But I figured if Moss 3D can do so amazing things with his luxury sport bodies, Cadillac bodies, you know, I'm sure there's a market for some of you out there that would like something like this. And who knows? It'd be maybe even cool to see what you guys end up doing with them in the near future. Just so you guys know, the body does not come with mounts. From what I'm told, there's a couple folks in the community already working on some 3D printed options for them. So I would rest assured that someone's probably going to come out with some kind of file and or design for it in the near future as well. But you would probably be using some kind of magnetic mount or Velcro mount to mount these up in the meantime, so to speak. So that's the only downside that I physically see with the body itself, is not having a mounting solution for it. But again, just a body to suffice. By no means was this a way to reinvent the wheel, but just finally bring out to market something that we promised you guys a very long time ago. Definitely not the direction we're going to be going with in the future. As I mentioned already, we're going to be doing quite a bit of bodies and other products in the future, all over the realms that are going to be higher detail. And that's our goal moving forward. So like I mentioned before, this is the last of this kind of design where it's very simplistic. The goal is to progress forward and stay with the times and make sure that we're listening to the community to give you guys what you guys ultimately want. Before I do go any further, though, I do want to take a quick moment, if we can pause everything. And if you guys in the chat, I got, 100 and some people combined between YouTube and Facebook here in the chat or watching. I really want to just take a quick moment and pause and just send out my warm thoughts, my prayers, my positive vibes to everyone in the lower East Coast, Florida, that is, taking a big hit right now from this hurricane. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. We know that some of you guys are on the brink of maybe losing a house, losing property, your businesses. There's a lot of folks out there that are going to be taking a really big blow with this Category 5 hurricane. And I really hope that all of you guys that are in the chat, if you guys can just do me a favor, if you believe or if you don't believe, just maybe some praying hands, maybe a heart, something that would insinuate some support for those that might be living in Florida and affected by this hurricane that's hitting them. We're thinking of you guys, and we're wishing you guys nothing but the best at this time. Vince Vargas, he says, what about a 53 Impala? That would be a great one too, right? Great option. Absolutely. DNA Burger, see the back of it, please. I'm going to show you guys the one that we taped up so you guys can see what it looks like here. Let me hide my face. See through. There we go. And this is the nose of it. Let's see here. Robert Pezza, what's going on? It's the scale rat himself. What's going on, brother? Man, appreciate you so much. Thank you for hanging out, bro. We got Matthew Lugo. I want to see what Matthew Lugo is going to be slinging some paint on one of these. I'm sure he's going to do some great work as well. Robert Garcia, no interior included on these that I know of, or whether they're going to be coming out. Again, very simplistic body design on this one. Probably something you're going to want to tint the windows on for that purpose. But I will say this, knowing what the community does with these bodies, I would not be surprised if someone did something out of this world that would, do something cool with in the future as well. Shit, Kick, I would like to see an Apache body 1959. Agreed, especially with that nice little hat shade, sunshade in the front, right? Nice bubbly fenders. I'm with you 100%. Blue Dooley, 4x4, what's going on with you, man? I've been watching your build, bro. I've been watching you, man. Appreciate you. Oh, John Schultz, Uncle Schultz is in the house, man. Appreciate you, brother. Schultz Lab, RC Lab in the house. I appreciate you so much. Hopefully you're doing well. Good to see you, brother. Um, we got Mr. King of the Streets, Clay Keats in the house as well, man. It's an all-star crowd in here, man. I appreciate you. We got Teddy Wesby in the house as well. Link should be in the description of this video for it. I hope I did not mess it up, but I do believe I put it in there. We got Seth Carranza in the house as well. I appreciate you so much, Seth. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. So we got Robert Jackson here as well. Chad Spiper out of Modesto, California. Thank you, man. Appreciate you so much. We got Stephen Stanley. Oh, that's a mouthful right there. Charlie Lloyd. I had the 59. What chassis would this fit? This should fit the LRH 285 chassis. So the chassis that's underneath the 59 and the 64, it should be that wheelbase for you. Let's see here. White Knight, what's going on with you, man? Marshall Sanchez, what's going on with your Drop Zone RC Worldwide in the house? I appreciate you, man. Thank you for holding it down for you and your crew, bro. We got Jimmy Winfrey, man, holding it down, man. I see you doing good stuff, good business. Hopefully things are going well. Piercing and tattooing, man. I love seeing little entrepreneurship just blow up on you, man. You're doing great. Daniel Vargas, man, what's going on, brother? Daniel Vargas. Oh, so we have a little gnome that we keep on a shelf, and it's kind of like a little Oompa Loompa, and then we just kind of go up to him every once in a while, and we're like, little Oompa Loompa, what should we build next? And the little Oompa Loompa thinks about it for like 2 or 3 weeks, lets us know, boom, and then all of a sudden, it's done. So obviously, it's the owner and the design team. They decide all of those avenues when it comes to bodies. Sorry for the sarcasm. I was just trying to be goofball. Let's see here. Nelson B, good call, man. Can't forget the iconic 58 Impala, man. I love it. Yep. Thork RC, I hear you, bro. Everyone wants that Apache 3100, man. I hear you guys, bro. I hear you guys. It'd be a great body to see. 100%. Mike Alexis checking in from the Caribbean. Appreciate you, man. Oh, so true from Houston, Texas. What's going on? McGuire Anthony, I agree with this one. Glass House. Has to happen, right? 100%. And I'm just catching up. I see a lot of the prayer stuff, guys. Thank you guys so much for the positive thoughts to everyone out there. That's what it's about, man. Nelson B, yeah, I hear that, man. That was the wildest thing, is that Tampa Bay, for the first time in over 100 years, is finally going to get that Category 5 just headed right towards it. So I hope it kind of defers a little bit there, White Knight JT says he would like to see some 1950s Fords as well. So kind of getting forward in the mix would be nice. Maybe some Lincolns. That'd be kind of cool to do too as well, right? I hear you guys on that 100%. Frito Martinez, I agree with you, man. That 76 Glass House would be awesome to see built. I agree with you. Julian, but I want a Thunder Chicken. Oh, man, I love it. I love it, man. You guys are awesome, bro. So, guys, there's we just wrapped up. We were at the Lowrider Super Show in Las Vegas, and I kind of changed the model. Before, I used to just kind of walk around, take a lot of pictures, but this time I really kind of wanted to highlight the hobby in general, and really kind of find ways to kind of move some positive energy around a little bit. I think we can all use that in life right now, including myself. Being someone that suffers from social anxiety and depression, and I'm pretty open about it, and I'm a big advocate for men and women's mental wellness. I really kind of thought it would be a nice change of pace to do a video that hopefully would kind of spread a little bit more love and positivity. So I want to thank everyone that had a participation in this quick clip that I'm making. I was able to interview some folks. I wasn't able to interview everyone I wanted, but I was able to interview some folks before the music got so loud that I really couldn't hear anything anymore. And I made this little quick clip for everyone to see. A lot of you guys might have already seen it. It got shared already on all the social media platforms. And I'm going to be sharing the individual interviews of each one of those persons, hopefully every week until we're caught up. But take a look at this video. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I'm trying to find a way to find positivity and spread positive energy amongst the community. So enjoy.
Lorenzo, owner of Galindo's Lowrider Bikes and Parts, and we're out here at the Las Vegas.
Hello, I'm Cesar Gorola from GB Custom Lolos from Riverside, California, 1,000 Palms. Just love cars, love cars. I'm handicapped, so I can't work on real cars, so this is my passion. I always loved cars all my life.
My name is Al Torres, representing Torres family and the 305 Ballers out of Miami, Florida.
Munchie, Las Vegas, Nevada, baby.
Daniel McGill, here out in Vegas, Sin City. Woo!
Hi, my name's Drew. I'm the president of the 305 Ballers RC Club. I came all the way out here to Las Vegas to come represent my club with my 57 Dusty Rhodes.
My name's Joseph, and I own Work Hard Supply Co. We're a t-shirt company and a family-oriented company. I have my daughters here, my wife and my other daughter. We're all wearing our apparel, Work Hard Supply Co. So you see that here. And then we have a custom one we did that we introduced at the Arizona Super Show earlier this year. It's Green with Envy. That's based off of the Green Impala by Redcat. We had one of our buddies, Tony, build his car. We took it to the show and we did a shirt based off of it.
Tell me a little bit about why it's important for you to be a part of this community.
It's important to me because it brings everybody together, brings the kids out. You see the kids here, oh man, the kids stay here all day and just play with the RCs, which is cool to see. You know, my kids interact with other kids.
The world to me, it means so much to me. This is what I do all day. It's all I do. And without it, I don't know what I'll do without it. But it means so much to me because it pulls me out of depression and it gives me something to do. It keeps me busy and I just love it.
This hobby means everything to me. I mean, ever since you guys came out with them, I always dreamed of one, and then eventually my mom finally got me one for Christmas, and as you know, she used to get mad at me for staying up in the nighttime just watching all the Redcat lives, because I was just dreaming, hoping one day I could be a SEMA build-off winner, you know, so it means the world to me.
Exciting stuff runs through my blood. I have real cars. We have 8 real cars. We have toys. We have model cars. We have the RC cars. And thanks to Redcat, I got back into the hobby. I had been doing this hobby 30 years ago, and I got back into the hobby thanks to Redcat and my son. They pointed me in this direction, and now this is a passion that we both share together, apart from the real cars.
If there's any suggestions that you can give to someone that wants to get involved in this kind of community, what would be something that you can suggest to them?
Just do it. Just do it and reach out, you know, to people. Don't be shy to ask questions, especially with me. I try to answer any question that people ask, you know.
Be patient. You know, if you have a vision, stick with it. Don't be afraid to ask questions. We all have been there. When it comes to big environments like this, we come together as a family and as a group. The individuality that everybody shows, different styles, the different builds that everybody recommends and is coming forth and doing, you know.
I would say don't be scared. I was that guy scared to ask questions and stuff, and I'm killing it now if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? So don't be scared, jump in the game. It's fun, there's great people.
My words of encouragement for folks that are starting off is have a lot of patience. It does take time. And my words for the younger generation is put your mind to work, put your craftsman to work, put your hands to work, get off the video games. This is a lot more fun than games.
As far as the hobby and RC, I would say anything kind of goes if you love it. Like I said, I've done off-road shows where I have little off-road cars. I have the larger cars. My daughter likes the Impala, so I know sometimes people think it's a barrier to entry as far as like price, but you can buy a car that's out of the box, ready to run, and have fun with it, take it at a show, wherever, and everybody's gonna love it. You're gonna love it, whether you're jumping hills or bouncing it.
The hobby world is fun.
Just don't give up in life. Just do what you love and live your best life.
If you put your heart, your soul into it, you'll be able to accomplish what you can. So the harder you work, the better it'll be. I always like to be neutral with everyone, be cool with everyone. Let's keep the hobby going, let's keep doing good, and let's have fun.
I want to give a shout out to Torres Automotive Garage Miami. That's our shop, our business, the 305 Ballers. And I'd like to give a shout out to my personal Instagram, Miami Riders.
So shout out to Tony for building this car, and my daughters and my wife for supporting the hobby, and then my daughters, of course, for their input on the trucks.
Man, Jerry and the whole community, all the Redcat community, especially Redcat.
Everybody in 1,000 Palms, love you guys.
So obviously we're gonna give a shout out to my son. We're gonna give a shout out to my lady that backs me up 100% in this, my family, and to you guys, man.
All right, guys. Well, there you guys have it. A lot of amazing folks. And again, I wish I had more time in a day, more hours in a day to do more. I mean, when I loaded all these interviews up, it was close to almost 2 hours of footage that I had, and I had to slice these up into a 5-minute section. So obviously, there's a lot of great things that these folks showed off with their vehicles themselves. And I promise you guys, I'm going to do one edit, hopefully per week, and release those maybe on the next couple weeks of shows as we prepare for SEMA, which brings me to the next topic, right? SEMA build off, guys. A lot of you guys have already started sharing your SEMA build offs, and I'm so excited because there's some awesome whips out there and awesome rides that are going to be like top tier contenders. So I can't wait to see how this plays out. You guys have just a few days left to enter in your SEMA build off vehicle. I actually have a video of Seth's car that I actually was able to interview him at the show itself. So we have video footage. His actual entry is going to be a video entry that I was able to I was just there and he happened to have it. So I figured let's just talk about the car. So I'll be able to share that as well to you guys, hopefully in the next coming days. I think that's going to be interview number 1 that I'll start sharing. But, if you are interested, guys, you guys have till this coming, I think, Monday to enter your car. Tuesday, we pick the winner. And then Wednesday, we announce it live here on the show. So next week is the highly anticipated SEMA Build-Off wrap-up show that we're going to have that we've had every year. You've had amazing builders in the past, like Louis Alcala, like Seth Carranza, Dylan Long Show, Jeff Lozano, and many more of the past as well. A lot of amazing builders that are creative, right minds that truly bring builds with their heart and soul, and it really transpires from everything from the paintwork that they do to the patterns that they're laying down on their paint, the interior that they are doing, how they choose to combine their cars with their wheel and tire combos, to even the electronics that they choose to use, right? And that's the great thing about where we're at this time in age. I know for a lot of folks, it kind of feels like, man, everyone has a preference and there's fanboys of this, fanboys of that. At the end of the day, I think that's what makes this hobby in general, whether you're into crawlers, lowriders, anything in general, is that you have options. And you have every right to choose what option you want to go with. If you want to choose a certain color, you can choose a certain color. If you want to choose certain electronics, you have that option. You have options for wheels. You have options for, interior. And I think that is what truly makes this a very unique sector in the hobby, which allows everyone to express themselves full and wholeheartedly. So I really look forward to seeing what the next week is going to drop with vehicles. Obviously, being that I spent the entire morning working on this edit that I shared with you guys, I didn't get to grab as many images for the SEMA build-off like I normally do leading up to it. And a lot of you guys were really good at holding all your images and posts of your SEMA builds very close to the heart and didn't share them up until the last couple of days. So I know that was hard for a lot of you. It was hard for me as well, because I usually have a lot of content that I bank up on to do, and I didn't have that option like I normally do. But I look forward to seeing what else pops up in the next couple of days. And if you are interested in entering, as I mentioned before, you're going to want to go ahead and check the link in the description of this video. Make sure you sign up for the form. You're going to want to post pictures of your vehicle using the appropriate hashtags and tagging Redcat directly on those. And then you're going to want to make sure you use one of 3 chassis, or all 3 if you want. I mean, it's your choice, but you can go with the LR 260 chassis, which is underneath the Monte Carlo. You can go with the LRH 285 chassis, which is underneath the 64 and the 59, or you can go with the COE hauler chassis. And anything above that or below that, the sky's the limit. I mean, if you wanted to take the 64 chassis, LRH 285 chassis, and chop it in half and do whatever you want to do, that was totally up to you to do so. And I know there's going to be some wild builds out there. I'm just anxious to see what else pops up in the next couple of days. Every year, the game has been elevated more and more and more. And to think that we started with builds like the F Cancer build from Louis, and the build that Jeff Lozano did as well, which were amazing builds in their own right, to then, the build that we saw last year with Seth's 59 car that he did with the suicide doors, I believe, the swivel seats, and just a lot of detail done to that product, to the Dylan Long Show beautiful car with the working top out of France. I mean, like what can we expect this year is what I'm wondering, right? And it's exciting. It really is. it's exciting to see people do things out of the norm and come out of their comfort zone, and to see people that have never painted before paint for the first time is and do things that they never thought they could do before. I think that is the most humbling experience, to just watch people grow in that sense. So thank you guys so very much for all of your guys' hard work. It really has been amazing to see it transpire the last couple of years. And I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I'm glad you guys liked that video. Again, it was just, I wanted to try something new and try to find a way to promote positive energy amongst the community. I think like I mentioned before, I think we can all use a little bit of fresh air and a little bit of positive affirmation. I think we all have that duty in ourselves to spread that positive energy whenever possible, and try to, push away the negative and highlight the positive. And I think those guys that I interviewed did a great job at doing that. And keep an eye out for their full interview to come. Truck RC, I agree. That was says CEZZ on Instagram. Dude, he humble as can be, man. He I'm not gonna lie, when I watched the video, like I'll be happy to admit, man, I shedded a tear to hear him talk about his experience, and his full video really kind of hit home, because he highlighted exactly why it is that a lot of us do this hobby. It isn't to invoke ourselves in drama. It's to escape life's drama and to give ourselves an outlet to enjoy and be therapeutic with it. I think that's what we need to take away from it, and his words just, man, they cut deep in the best ways possible. Bluetooth says, man, just drop an hour video. We'll watch it. Who knows? Maybe I will. You know what I'm saying? It'll be, I did, just so you guys know, this video is live in high definition on YouTube separately as well. So you guys can utilize it. Tag the people. It's on our Instagram as well. I tried tagging everyone, but sometimes I can't find everyone in there to tag. So if I miss someone, please go on our RC Lowrider Instagram page or our Redcat racing page and make sure you tag them. I want to make sure everyone, gets their flowers for being a part of that. Richard White, custom chassis. What I mean by that is that when we did the SEMA build off, we were allowing everyone to start with the base of an LRH 285 chassis or LR 260 chassis or a hauler chassis, cut it up and customize it any way you want, James Cole, I agree with you, man. Not just a hobby, but a lifestyle, man. A family, no matter where we are. I agree with you, man. That's what it's about. I love it. I love it, man. Teddy, man, thank you so much for the kind words as well, man. You guys are awesome, man. Jesus Martinez, he says, that is awesome. It's all about positive vibes and great camaraderie in the hobby. I agree with you. And I think it's time we all do our part in taking that back and pushing that energy forward. I think that's what we all need. I know that's what my mental health needs is to find ways to be positive and not live in that moment. And it's important, I think, at the end of the day. So, much love to everyone involved, everyone that was part of this weekend show. Brian Galindo's Bike Shop, his entire staff that put on a show, everyone that drove from Miami, Northern and Southern California, San Diego I saw was in the house representing, Arizona was there, Nevada in-house. I mean, there's a lot of folks from all over the world that were there to enjoy the scene, and I don't want to take away anything from those guys, because everyone was truly a thread in the fabric that made that event a fun one. So thank you guys for all of you for participating and putting that on and putting that energy in. Big shout out to Monster Graphics as well. He paired up with us. He was at our booth. He was laying down graphics all day long. That was an awesome sight to see. And I look forward to seeing what else comes of it as well. So again, guys, as I mentioned, next week, come back. The SEMA Build-Off official show is going to happen next week, 3:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time here live. We're going to be announcing the SEMA Build-Off winner and letting everyone know whose vehicle is going to be going to SEMA and put on display for the entire world to see. So it should be a good event. And before we take off, I want to make sure we highlight and not forget Bloc Boiz RC coming up November 3rd. They're going to be hosting their Bloc Boiz Trailer Gang RC Low and Slow Lowrider Show. This bad boy is going to happen at Orange Raceway at 14001 Orange Avenue, Paramount, California. They are charging $10 per entry on, I'm assuming, per car. He already has some sponsors like Redcat will be sponsoring it, Galindo's RC and Bike Shop, Scott's Hobbies, RC360, Tommy's Smoke Shop and RC, and I'm sure they're probably going to get a couple more as well. So big shout out to the entire Bloc Boy Nation. Look forward to that event. I got to reach out to Chris Mack himself. I'm just eager to see how the event turns out. It should be a good time for everyone. If you are anywhere in the area, please support them. They have special invitations out on their flyer to Delegations RC, Nuestra Vida, Team Yonkis, Custom RC, OG Customs, Bottom Feeders, 618 Hydraulics, Mad Styles, Drop Zone West. So can't wait to see how that event goes. It should be a good time. Unfortunately, because November 3rd is that Sunday, I am actually arriving to SEMA that day. So unfortunately, I can't be in two places at once, but I'm eager. I really, really wish I could make that out. So best of luck to everyone out there. I hope it's a great event for you guys. So Tom Jackson, the Riviera will fit the Impala chassis, the LRH 285 chassis. It's that wheelbase. Munchie, man, I appreciate you, man. It was a pleasure meeting you as well, bro. And thank you so much for the vibe, man. We had a really great conversation, bro, and I really appreciate that, man, from my heart. So anyone that had an opportunity to just meet and chat with me, man, it's humbling. It's humbling just to be, someone with the camera, just getting content for everyone. It's a blast to do. So, guys, I hope the rest of you guys have an amazing rest of your week. The Riviera 3-piece body, as I mentioned before, it's a very simplistic body, nothing extravagant like the 59 or the 64 with the extra molded injected parts. This is the last of these bodies, I promise you, that we're going to be making. All of our attention has been focused to making high detail body like the 59, the 64, and like we've been sharing you guys with the 63. We're already working on a couple other ventures as well, which hopefully sometime in the future we'll be able to share with you guys as well. I wish I could just leak them all out to you guys, but I can't. But yes, everything's going to be higher detail. As I mentioned, this body was originally a body that was intended to just suffice the community and bring more bodies out during a time where there wasn't a lot of bodies. But now with amazing bodies with high detail like he also makes that you guys are using, bodies like Moss 3D Customs that make some luxury sports and Cadillac bodies that are already out there as well, adding to the just plethora of bodies that are offered to the community, as well as now, just another bow tail body that a lot of you guys hopefully might want to use for some of your builds as well, is now available on our website for purchase as well. So we appreciate you guys. We hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week. Chris Stanley, what about a gold show chassis? It is something that I heard we are looking into and working on. We did mention in the group, the owner got in there. He leaked some information that we're looking into and working on it. I haven't got an ETA on it at this time, but I know it's something that we've been discussing and he knows, but unfortunately he's been sick the last couple of days. And I wasn't able to get a lot of an update before today's show, but hopefully maybe next week I'll have an update on that show builders kit in gold and see if that's going to be something that's going to make the market or not. And if so, maybe some kind of an ETA. Don't hold me to that ETA, because when I give ETAs, they backfire and they blow up in my face. Who knew? Let's see here. Vegas Munchie says, any MC Gold parts coming? We've also talked quite a bit about that as well. I know that it's something that's come up a lot of times. I don't know where we're at in the stage of it, but Munchie, I'll definitely try to get some more information on that for next week's show as well. I know there's some things happening with that platform that we're looking at really closely. Who knows what's going to happen? I hope to know more in the next coming weeks if there's where we're going with it as far as those parts like gold or chrome and those kinds of things. Joe Smith, any plans on a true 1/5 scale buggy since Losi left a huge opportunity with the Husky 10 U5B? Nothing that's been shared with me, but the guys that in engineering, they're big fans of 5th scale stuff. dude, I think anything fifth scale would be awesome. Whether it's a crawler, whether it's a lowrider, drift car. I mean, I would love to see fifth scale anything. Buggy, monster truck, just big body, big, huge stuff. I want it. So hopefully, that void sparks interest for us to want to do something in the future. I think it would be a great avenue to tap into and get into that market if we can get into it. So hopefully, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that something can happen. Jacob Eck, right? You're right. An ETA is just a general ballpark figure. Yeah, but some people hold me to that, bro, and I don't want my feet burned anymore in the fire, So, guys, I appreciate you guys. We'll be back next week to announce SEMA Build-Off winner. Should be a great episode. I can't wait to see what else comes up in the mix and what other builds enter in the final 11th hour. But the Riviera Body is available for you guys to purchase now. You guys now know how to enter. You guys know the show is happening. And man, we hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Stay blessed. Everyone in Florida, we're with you. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. We're giving you guys all the positive vibes, all the positive prayers. We hope everyone stays safe out there. Tampa Bay, hurricane, I believe is Milton, if I'm not mistaken. I think I got that right. We hope you calm yourself down because you don't want the heat. You don't want the smoke. We're going to have to beat you up to calm you down because got to keep my people safe in Florida. 305 MIMI. You know what I'm saying? So you know what it is. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a safe and blessed rest of your week. We'll see you guys here next week. Peace.